top nuclear envoys from Japan, the United States and South Korea held talks in Tokyo on Tuesday to discuss how to rein in North Korea's missile and nuclear tests, a day after Pyongyang said it conducted a new long-range missile test.
Said Hassan Nasrallah, leader of Lebanon's armed Shiite movement Hezbollah, said that a first ship carrying Iranian fuel oil to help Lebanon through its financial crisis had docked in Syria. Nasrallah thanks Syria and Iran for facilitating shipments and says it is not aiming to trade or make profit.
Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett met Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi for talks on Israeli-Palestinian relations and bilateral ties in the first official trip by an Israeli head of government to Egypt for a decade. Gaza is sandwiched between Israel and Egypt, and both countries have enforced a border blockade of the territory to varying degrees since 2007, when the Islamic militant group Hamas took control there.
Vladimir Putin received Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad in Moscow for the first time since 2015 and criticized foreign forces that are in Syria without a UN mandate, the Kremlin said, in a rebuke of the United States and Turkey. Russia's air force played a critical role in turning the tide of the Syrian conflict in Assad's favor after it deployed there in 2015.
Heavy rains fell across the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana on Tuesday as Tropical Storm Nicholas strengthened into a hurricane before making landfall, bringing the threat of flooding, power outages and storm surges.
Floods triggered by seasonal torrential rains in Sudan have killed more than 80 people, injured dozens and damaged or destroyed some 35,000 homes since July, a senior police official said. Flooding has killed 84 people and injured another 67 since the start of the rainy season, said police spokesman.
Without immediate action to combat climate change, rising sea levels, water scarcity and declining crop productivity could force 216 million people to migrate within their own countries by 2050, the World Bank said in a new report.
South Korea's antitrust regulator has fined Google $207 billion for blocking customized versions of its Android operating system, in the US technology giant's second setback in the country in less than a month.
New local COVID-19 infections more than doubled in China's southeastern province of Fujian, health authorities said on Tuesday, prompting officials to quickly roll out measures including travel restrictions to halt the spread of the virus. Travel restrictions are imposed to limit spread.
Pakistan has recorded 78 COVID-related deaths from the last 24 hours. According to NCOC, 2,580 more people tested positive for the virus, while 7,240 people made full recovery from the disease in the last 24 hours. The positivity rate was at 5.44%.
The US has made it clear to Pakistan that it does not want Islamabad to recognize the Taliban government until it doesn't give women their due rights and allows Afghans who want to leave the country to do so. Pakistan has a multiplicity of interests, some that are in conflict with ours, says US Secretary of State.
Prime Minister of Pakistan Imran Khan chaired the meeting of the Federal Cabinet on Tuesday. The meeting discussed various agenda items on development projects and other issues of importance, according to the PM office. The situation in Afghanistan post-withdrawal of the US troops also came under discussion.
Ailing comedian Omar Sharif is expected to travel to the US for medical treatment this week, said his wife Zareen Umar Tuesday. She said that the federal government helped them in obtaining US visa for the legendary comedian. An air ambulance has also been arranged, adding that the Sindh government has promised to bear its expenses.
weather is expected in most plain areas of the Pakistan during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind, thunder shower is expected at isolated places in Lower Kashmir and its adjoining areas.
The Pakistan Cricket Board may include Saqlain Mushtaq in the coaches panel for the ICC T20 World Cup along with 2 other foreign consultants, according to sources. Newly elected PCB chairman Ramaz Raju a day ago had announced to induct former Australian opener Matthew Hayden and former South African all-rounder Vernon Philander as coaches for the upcoming tournament.